fuck Corona. So, that's the good way to start out this video. Yeah, in case you can't tell from the title, my show didn't get canceled, but it's gonna get canceled. So, I just pulled out. I'm like, there's no point. I've been prepping for almost the entire of 2020. There was like 2 months I wasn't dieting in 2020, and I was just binge eating. And maybe not even 2 months, maybe a month and a half. I'll say 2 months just to be safe. So if my show got canceled, I did have another option, which was in mid-November. That would mean I was prepping for about 10 out of the 12 months in the year, and I would that one prep would have been from June to November, on top of doing one that was from December to March. It was too much prepping. I was dieting too much. I couldn't keep dieting so much. There's no point in dieting so much and then something get canceled when I could have just been putting on size. So I'm kind of annoyed. I wish I was just putting on size all of 2020, but oh well. So what is my protocol now? Oh, and I guess I wasn't really clear before. So my show didn't get canceled. I got the message that they couldn't find a location for it. So my show would have been, Saturday would have been 4 weeks. I got this message on like last Wednesday, and I decided to pull out on, I think, Friday or Saturday. So they can't find a location. So when you can't find a location and you're not, they said they're not selling any more tickets, and they're not letting any more competitors enter at this point. When you're doing that and you're trying to find a new location, it doesn't bode well for the show actually going on. And no show in my area has gone on this year. Like, every show has canceled. There's not been one NPC show that's gone on in the Northeast by Bev Francis's gym. So like Bev Francis's gym and Steve Weinberger, they run the Northeast section. So, Connecticut, New Jersey, and New York. That Northeast NPC is ran by them, and it's like that corporation and stuff. They haven't had a show. They haven't had anything. I think they had maybe one show in January or something like that, and then they had some like they had a Jay Cutler meetup, but like that's it. They haven't had like any events. Everything's been rescheduled or canceled. So there's only 3 shows. One in New York on Halloween, which is in Syracuse, I think, which is very far. And I don't even know if that would happen. Then there's my show, which was the first one that was going to happen the week before Halloween. And then there was another one that's like a week after Halloween or 2 weeks after. But that one's also in the town over from where I was supposed to go to anyway, in New Jersey. So there's no shot any of these shows are happening. I don't even know about the Syracuse one, but like there's no shot. I doubt there's going to be a show. I won't be too upset if any of these shows actually do end up happening, but it's just the fact that like this unknown has been messing with me for so long, and now that like I keep getting more and more of it, I just couldn't handle it. So, what is my protocol now that show's over, technically? Road to show's done. Second time tried this year. Second time, technically it's my 4th time. I had 3 shows that I was going to do. So, 4th time? Yeah, 4th time. 4th time a show's been canceled on me in this year. So where does that leave me? Well, I rebounded. Obviously, you're going to rebound after dieting for so long. So I rebounded. I expected about 10 pounds. I think it ended up being 15 pounds. But that was from like 2 or 3 days. And I can tell on my body, especially my legs and my arms are so bloated. My like, oh God, my legs are really bloated. But like my arms are like not too bad, but my legs, like they kind of hurt because I wore really tight socks the other night before I went to bed because I was going to wake up and go to the gym early, and I was like, my legs kind of bother me. I went on the Stairmaster that next morning, and then I had work for 9 hours. Halfway through work, I'm like, oh my God, my legs hurt. I looked the socks, between the socks being so tight and they're knee high socks, the socks being so tight and the bloating, just my legs were so puffy and they were in so much pain. I like literally came home and made dinner and I propped my legs up and I fell asleep at like, I think I came home at like close to 7 and I was in bed by like 8:30. I was so tired and so wiped from it. And so this morning, like, my legs have been a little bit better. I didn't do too much cardio, I just went for a little bit of a walk. But yeah, so I put on about 15 pounds, but I think it's realistically, without all this bloating, it might be 2 to 5 pounds of bloating. So I think I put on about 10 to 15 pounds, we say. Not too bad. My body weight always is usually in like the high 170s, mid 180s. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. A little bit higher, I'm like higher 180s. I've honestly never been 190, and I was 190 something this morning, and I was 192 yesterday, and I was like 191 this morning. So it was kind of crazy to see 190 something on the scale. I think that's the first time I've ever weighed myself and saw 190, but I'm sure I weighed 190 when I was back in like 2017 when I was fatter. I'm 100% sure I definitely weighed that close to that much, but I just never went on a scale because when you're overweight, you don't want to go on a scale. So that's the first time I ever weighed myself and saw 190. So my protocol now is just eat, and eat till I get big. Now, I'm not eating junk food. The junk food phase was just the Friday night, what was it? Thursday night, Friday morning, and at night, and Saturday morning and at night. So it was like late Thursday to end of Saturday was my like little weekend of getting everything out of my system. Sunday I ate normally, and I ate around 3,000 calories, and then today I'm eating again, very clean, very healthy, trying to get around 3,000 calories, maybe a little over, a little under, depending on how hungry I am. So that's just where I've been at, and I'm just going to keep it at that until I decide to do a show. Probably since I'm going to be doing my off season so much earlier than I expected, I'm probably going to try to do a show in maybe August of next year, or July kind of time. So that gives me a good amount of time to just put on some size. So I'm just packing on as much size as I can possibly do in that time. I want to show up on stage in like the 170s. So I ended this prep in like the low 170s, and I was probably going to try to show up on stage at like the 160s, high 150s. So I want to get at least like 10 pounds of muscle on. I think I can do it. I'm feeling good, and I'm just killing it. I also changed my split into a bodybuilder split, so I do like one body part a day, but I just destroy it, and it's been feeling great. My chest I did the other day, just massive. My back I did today, just massive, and it's like I feel great. Like it's the best way to get the most amount of volume in a short amount of time. So I like it. I don't feel like, oh, I have to go in and do this, and it's like I already did this earlier, so lets me focus on what I need to focus on. But yeah, that's kind of it. Eating 6 meals a day, every couple hours, and then I'm trying to just keep my cardio in, so I'm going for walks. Try to go for at least 10-20 minute walk after every couple meals if I can. I'm doing the Stairmaster maybe 3 days a week, so half of my workouts basically I do just 10 minutes on the Stairmaster. And I'm going to try to go on the treadmill in the morning a little bit, and then I'm going to try to fix my stepper. Once I get that stepper fixed, I'll start doing more fasted cardio on that thing. But yeah, as of right now, that's really what we're looking like. We're just in a mass building phase, and I guess I could try to document that and see where it goes. But I think really the focus of this channel is just going to go into talking about just different topics in the fitness and bodybuilding and stuff like that. I'm not really focused on myself anymore because the show's over or show's not happening. So gonna move on to other series and kind of steer away from focusing on myself as much. But yeah, so that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. And remember, stay massive.
Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving.